Okay, in this video we're going to talk about using the Autocite feature in EasyBib and also evaluating your web sources. Now let's just say for our purposes that I'm doing a current events paper on Mohammed Morsi, who is president of Egypt. So I have gone online and done a Google search and I found some information on Brainy Quote. So I've got my URL here and I'm going to click Cite This. Now look what happens when you use a source that is not credible. You get a little message from EasyBib saying, guess what? It's not credible. So if you get that little message from EasyBib, you need to back up and find yourself another source. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Now something else that also came up in my Google search is something that was in the New York Times. Now that to me probably sounds like a much more reputable source. So I'm just going to copy the URL and then we're going to go back to EasyBib and put it in the Autocite box. Click Cite This. And good news! New York Times is credible, which I suspect you already know that, but it's just my way of showing you how this feature works. Now, you're not actually done yet. Some of the information is filled in for you, but you're not off the hook. You actually have to do some more work here. Because you notice the first thing that says right here, its content was published originally on a website. Well, we know the New York Times is a newspaper that has a print version. So it was actually originally in print. So you have to scroll down in this list. And newspaper editorial found online. That actually is what we were looking at. So you're going to pick that one. And then it automatically takes you to where you need to be. See, we're in newspaper. So originally published in a newspaper and then it was published online. That sounds correct. Now the name of the article did not include op-ed columnist. So we're going to take that out. It was actually called Morsi's Moment. They got the author right, so we can leave that one alone. And then you do need to fill in the information in the newspaper title. New York Times. And then you fill in the city. For something like this, you do not need to worry about the edition or section. If you happen to know it, go ahead and fill it in. Let's see. And it is November. It was published today, the 25th. And we don't know pages. It's already filled in for us, the website title, and the publisher is also the New York Times. Leave in the URL because the current version of MLA says that you do not have to use the URL, but as a teacher I find that very helpful because I can use it to look up your sources. Now I can know looking at it that the New York Times is a credible source, but if it's something that I'm not familiar with, I need to be able to retrace your steps. So please include the URL. Now you could type in your annotated text and then you click Create Citation. And then just have a quick look at it and make sure that it looks right to you and that it has all the information it needs to have. Yeah, this looks good. And it's got the URL, which is also good. So that is how you properly use the Autocite feature in EasyBib.